Hello, people! Welcome to the very first episode of Mind Your Mental Matters. I am Yvette, and on this video, I'm going to be talking about mental health. Why? Because, hey, Buffett, mental health matters. Mental health is so important, and it is oftentimes a topic that we sweep under the table, or we act like it's not there, we act like it doesn't exist, or we don't really want to talk about it, we shy away from it for some reason. And I'm just here to say, we need to be talking about mental health. We need to be addressing mental illness issues, and we just need to stay woke when it comes to this topic, in the very same way that we talk about everything else. We talk so freely about, our physical health or things that affect our physical appearance. When it comes to beauty, for example, there's so much information out there about how you can get this look right and that look right. I don't know if you can see it, but this eyebrow of mine is a result of the many videos that I've watched on YouTube, just how to do your eyebrow on fleek. The very same applies for physical fitness. There's so much content out there, whether it's videos or blogs or articles about just how to get abs, or how to build muscles, how to lose weight or gain weight, whatever it is you're looking for. Same for diets, what to eat, what not to eat, and so on. And we share this information with our friends, with our families, so freely, without any judgment. I think we should be able to address mental health issues in the very same way. I think we should better our approach towards mental health or mental illnesses or anything relating to this topic. We should change the narrative. We should change our approach to it. We should change our tone when we're talking about mental health issues. Usually when you're searching for something which is related to this topic, you'll find a professor somewhere maybe who is just giving a lecture, and this is this and this is this, and just making the topic so boring, But I think if you can change the tone and our approach towards it, then we would be learning a lot and helping ourselves and our loved ones a lot. So yeah, let's just look at the stats, for example. Did you know that 1 in 6 people in South Africa suffer from either depression, anxiety, or substance abuse? In America, it's 1 in 5 people. I mean, that's really something, isn't it? If you think about yourself in your own circle of, say, 5 or 6 friends, chances are one of you is bound to have a mental illness of some sort. So why are we shying away from this topic? Why are we not talking about it, right? If you look at mental illnesses amongst children, it was really disturbing for me to find out or to learn that somewhere out there is a 5-year-old who is contemplating taking their own life because of a mental illness they are suffering from. Guys, that one hit home. Hey, when I think of a 5-year-old, I have a 5-year-old son. And I cannot imagine him having so much problems or such issues that make him feel like he does not want to live. He does not want to be on this world anymore. He would rather take his own life. Yay! No, that one hit home. That one definitely hit home. In South Africa, I think the youngest person in the US to ever commit suicide was 5 years old, and in South Africa it's 7 years old. I mean, even seven. You think of yourself as a 7-year-old and you think of the things that used to really stress you. For me, as a 7-year-old, I know something that used to stress me is that I just can't wait to get home so I can just take off this uniform. I was in grade 1 and just go play with my friends, man. But you know that there are some 7-year-olds out there who are like, I just can't do it, man. I can't do it anymore. And it's really hard to swallow this, I think, for some people, because if you hear that there's a 7-year-old who committed suicide, for some people it would just be natural to think, hey, there must have been something wrong with that child. Maybe he was mad. What's mad, guys? Or maybe they had some issues or some problems that they were born with, right? Maybe they did, maybe not. But at the end of the day, if a 7-year-old is committing suicide because of a mental illness that they have, that's some deep stuff, and we really need to look at that. We need to be looking at the misconceptions, the stereotypes, and the stigma surrounding mental health. Right? We need to eradicate the stigma first and foremost. Somehow we need to get rid of the stigma and the ignorance, because a lot of us in our communities, in Black people's communities, for example, people don't really get mental health, mental illness, and what it is. A lot of Black people feel like those are white people illnesses, or I don't know. Some people think no, those are rich people problems. And these are real misconceptions about mental health and mental illnesses, and this is what we need to get rid of. I know for me, for example, growing up, if I heard the word mental in our community, it basically meant if somebody was called a mental case, it was definitely something extreme. Like we would just imagine somebody picking up papers, talking to themselves. That was a crazy mental case, right? Not knowing, man, that actually we are all mental cases, eh? If we look at teenagers, I'm at 2000, guys. Those are some of the smartest people in our world. They have everything. They are tech savvy. They have access to information. They are overloaded with media and entertainment. They're geniuses, but they are teenagers at the end of the day, and they lack a certain level of maturity. They are emotionally naive. So something as simple as a tweet can just turn the coolest kid into a kid who's hanging on the rope. These things are happening in our communities. People are abusing substances. Do you know that there is something called substance abuse disorder? But we look around and all we see is idawa, these drunkards or these junkies or whatever we call them. But do you know that there is something called substance abuse disorder, which is actually a sickness that somebody can suffer from and that everybody is prone to, really? Then we have to look at the causes. Causes can differ, for a lot of people. The thing I think which is a little bit baffling about mental illness is that we don't understand how come, people can go through the same experience but not react the same way to it. I think it's pretty simple. The fact that we are different, so we react to different things differently, in the very same way that it's not the same things that make us happy, so it obviously will not be the same things that make us sad, right? And I think the same should apply when it comes to when we are actually trying to look at and understand mental illnesses, is that people suffer real traumas, guys. People suffer real traumas. Some people, maybe from when they were young, they experienced sexual abuse or physical abuse or an abuse of some sort, or they witnessed it happening in their homes as children, and it shows, in them, in their adult lives. There's coronavirus now, guys. Corey is here, and Corey is just causing so much havoc left, right, and center, because people were not ready for it, because people are having to do things that they are not used to doing. There are extroverts who are just like, how do I sit at home and be locked down? Coronavirus is here, unlocking so many things that we didn't know we actually suffer from. The social media. Hey guys, the streets of social media are rough, and if you are not mentally fit, uzoizwela. That's it, uzoizwela. If you're not mentally fit on social media and you're just out there scrolling, uzoizwela, and these are things that we should be talking about. How does it affect another person? We can't just be sitting and saying, "Hi, vele, this one is jealous." Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. So many friendships are just breaking because we all think that somebody is jealous of us. But maybe what if that person is going through the most and they just cannot handle it, and they don't even have the energy to say, yes, like I'm just going through life right now. So we need to be looking at these things. We need to know how to deal with them, and we're not going to be sitting out here making excuses for people, saying, oh no, maybe they're doing this because they're going through it. No, we need to learn about mental health, about mental illnesses, so that we know how to identify them within ourselves, within the people we love, within the people around us, and we know how to deal with them. Right? I'm going to read this definition from the World Health Organization, which says mental health is a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. It is not just the absence of mental disorder. Now, there are many other definitions given by Google, Wikipedia, different kinds of sources, which we will look at in subsequent videos. But just so we are on the same page, that's what mental health is. And then we're going to look at also the different types of the most common mental illnesses. And I have here some which are grouped as mood disorders, and that would be your depression, anxiety, and bipolar. Then you have your psychotic disorder, which is schizophrenia. Then you have your personality disorders, your eating disorders, substance abuse disorders, and trauma-related disorders such as post-traumatic stress disorder, right? We're going to look at each one of them and tackle each one of them and just figure out what's really happening there and speak openly about it, not shy away from anything, not hide, not sweep it under the carpet, acting like it doesn't exist. We're going to have open and honest conversations about issues relating to mental health. Sorry, I'm just reading my notes. I think that's about it for this video. Stay with me. Please do share it with your friends and everybody that you care about. Share this video, subscribe to my channel. It's going to be worth it. We're going to be talking, so please share with me in the comment section your thoughts, ideas. I'm going to be speaking to doctors, psychologists, friends, sharing my own experiences, fitness trainers, like how do you marry the two? How do you take care of this? How do you take care of that? It's going to be very interesting, guys. So please do subscribe to this channel because it is important. You're going to enjoy what's going to happen here, and share it with everybody you care about. Okay, until next time, lots of love. Oh, and I ain't no psychologist, so please, whatever I say on here, take it with a pinch of salt. Okay, just put some salt on it or else. Love, light, and perfect mental health to you and everybody.